Hey guys, my name is Linda. Welcome to Calendar World. Yes, I'm just going to ship this in briefly before I go to bed. So today I'm talking about the Big Brother Pepperdem reunion highlights day 2. Yes, some of the housemates that were there presently physically were Frodd was there, Mercy, Tacha of course, Omashola, Venita, Seyi, Esther, and Jackie. And all of them were looking very good in their attires. They were looking so beautiful in their various outfits. Yes, today's session actually went very cool. There were no issues. It was basically a question and answer section from Ebuka to the housemates. Initially, he asked them to pick a card and write the pepper they wanted to represent before they got into the show, and they wrote all sorts of pepper. Some wrote Tatashi, Venita wrote Venita Rudo, that's her own form of pepper. Frodd wrote Atarudo. Jackie wrote blended pepper, some wrote Cameroon pepper. And he directed the question to Omashola why he chose Tatashi, and he said Tatashi is very hot and you can feel the heat from afar. But the housemate did not agree with him that it did not represent that kind of pepper at all in the house. Yes, basically they also showed highlights of the audition, what they went through during the audition. And Mercy said that she auditioned 4 times in the previous Big Brother audition and she couldn't get in until the fifth time, which she finally got in. And she was persistent because she knew what she wanted. And finally, she got in, and lo and behold, she won. Yes, that's what persistence can do. And when she was interviewed during the first time they got to stage before they got into the house, she made a mention of the fact that she was going there to win the prize money and she focused on the money. And my girl won the money finally. Yes, I really envied her for that. Like, she did well for focusing on a goal and she actually actualized it. He also asked Tasha questions about the video. You all know the video that went viral when she was auditioning for the show. And she said, well, she didn't know about the video until she got to Enugu, where someone showed her the video from her phone. And she was glad that after all the mockery, she was finally chosen for the show. And those that mocked her, their mouths were sealed finally. Yeah. So Ebuka also showed some of the housemates when they got into the show for the first time, when they were being interviewed on stage. Then again, Ebuka asked them who were the housemates that actually brought highlights during the show. Like they brought real content. They mentioned Mercy, Tacha, Omashola, Venita, Ike, and Ella. But Tasha said that everybody came on their own the way they were. They didn't really come to show or bring any kind of highlight, which Ebuka thought was sarcastic because people were actually acting for the camera if we have to be true to ourselves. He also asked Seyi what he felt when people were saying like his family name is from the what's that his family's name again? Yes, is it Awolowo? Yes, and Seyi said yes, that was cool because you have to identify where you're coming from because even in the house it was making them know that yes, it's from this family. You have to identify where you're coming from and balance it with what you are going to do, where you're going to in the future. Then again, Ebuka asked them who they felt were not supposed to be in the house, and they mentioned a lot of names. Jackie's name was the one mentioned most because they felt she was not really coming out, she was not performing at all. They also mentioned Thelma, they mentioned Ike, they mentioned Esther, they mentioned Diane, she mentioned Diane, they mentioned Cindy, and they also mentioned one other person. I think they mentioned, well, Nelson mentioned himself. So Jackie was actually saying that she didn't come to please anybody. She was really herself. She didn't come to win the prize. Who wouldn't want to win the prize after her? That she said she came to showcase herself as a tech queen for people to know her, and she wanted the platform. Okay. Okay. She also explained actually why he felt that Diane wasn't meant to be there, but she came out and became a different person because she actually said she went to the show to discover herself, and when she came out, she started showing different traces of herself, and Diane was actually cool with it. But Thelma was not having it with Esther because Esther mentioned her name that she wasn't meant to be in the show. So when they showed her on the screen, because she wasn't there present, she was like, it was Esther that wasn't supposed to be in the show, that she was meant to be in the show, and she went to the show. Period. Now back to Tacha. It's like they came, Ebuka prepared questions for Tacha. He asked her who she felt has the characteristics of a winner. What are the characteristics? She said someone that is confident, outspoken, and also good looking. And she felt Venita has those characteristics. And Venita said yes, that she came to actually tell a story, but her accent was really what turned me off. I couldn't get much of what she was saying, but she said yes, she affirmed the fact that yes, she has all the characteristics of a confident woman and an outspoken woman. And they also asked Tasha if she was acting a script, like she was trying to imitate T-Boz and Sissy. She said no, that she was just original. She cannot pretend to be anybody. That anybody that knows her before the show knows that she's real and she cannot, yeah, act any other person. She was just herself during the show. Yeah, I really liked how cool and quiet Tacha was. She was composed, answering all our questions. She wasn't really flamed up. She wasn't overreacting. She was just herself, and she was really very quiet. And I don't know, she was different from what she was before. But we are yet to see the end of this because Ebuka promises that there are lots of things to be revealed at the reunion. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see what went down at the reunion. So Omashola also said that he wasn't pretending to imitate Ife, that it was just himself, and he wasn't watching the show to know how Ife acted during his time. He was just behaving like a real worried boy that he was. He also said that you have to bring highlights because that is what the show was all about. You need to entertain people. So those instances where he was shouting and acting up was just to bring life into the show, which was normal. And yeah, that, of course, that's how it should be. Okay, that was the match for the highlights of today. So I believe they are going to show more. We are looking for more action because they showed highlights of what was going to come next. So if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel, please and please. And thank you for watching.